ever imagined what it would be like if British Columbia was part of the USA? That would mean the beautiful West Coast wouldn't be part of Canada.
I love the West Coast, though.
Many people do.
Like me.
Well, the reason why BC is a part of Canada goes way back to the Fraser Gold Rush.
This event all started in 1855 when an extraordinary man named James Douglas took a drink from the Fraser River near Barkerville, which is close to modern-day Prince George in the Great British Columbia, and he found a magnificent piece of gleaming gold in the palm of his hand. It's a good thing he didn't drink it, or he would have never found the gold. Later on, when different people around the world heard the news of gold in America, China, and Europe, thousands upon thousands of curious gold seekers came to the Fraser River in hopes of making their fortune in gold. But most gold seekers didn't make what they hoped to.
The reason why Fraser Gold Rush can be considered so historically significant is because it impacted many people at the time. Most of the 30,000 people who took part in the Fraser Gold Rush were Europeans. Since lots of people came from USA and other places, BC started to grow more settlements and more immigrants. In the interior of the province, which had been mostly inhabited by First Nations groups like Stolo and Waukeshan.
While most Europeans were panning for gold in the Fraser River, many Chinese immigrants who also came worked long hours for less money. Labor included digging ditches, building trails, and more. That's pretty unfair. Chinese people were also affected because of this time. The unemployed Europeans began disliking the Chinese because they were taking away their jobs. These issues have been resolved a long time ago. Because the gold rush took place on First Nations land, there was a conflict between the new arrivals, Chinese, Americans, Europeans, and the First Nations. Some of these issues are still relevant today.
The gold rush was a significant event because it led to the development of BC, which is part of the great nation of Canada. Now you might be wondering how a gold rush led to making of such a great country. Well, when the Americans, Europeans, and Chinese heard about the gold rush, they came to BC and started to populate the province. They started to build many different towns such as Boston Bar, Layton, Yale, and also the 100-Mile House.
Wow, that's a lot.
The new arrivals also started to create trails. One example is the Gold Rush Trail. When these new people started to populate British Columbia, it became in debt, and the government knew by joining the Confederation they could get more money. Part of the deal of joining the Confederation was to get a train that went from east to west. The train was the CPR.